Hello guys, so today we're going to talk about spotting the signs. There aren't clear signs. There's not an A to B list that I can tell you that you can spot someone struggling. Because as I spoke about in one of my last videos about masking, is that people learn to hide it when they don't want people to know. They put a brave face on and they put a smile on it. But one of the clear things you are looking for that can tell you that someone's struggling is behavior changes. Someone I care about had been acting weird, strange, whatever you want to call it lately. They were getting forgetful, behavior seemed different, wasn't sleeping properly. I kept checking in on them, and they told me they're fine. And I believed them, but at the same time kept an eye. And when the behavior got weirder and more unlike them, I called them out on it. Now, thankfully, in this scenario, that person is now seeking the help that they needed to deal with a trauma that they had in their life a while back that they hadn't processed properly. And it finally all caught up on them. That's the thing with trauma, that's the thing with grief, that's the thing with mental health. Just because it didn't happen 5 seconds ago doesn't mean it still won't burrow into your brain and affect you, especially if you don't take advice and deal with it. Here's a bloke, and he did bury what he was feeling. Like a lot of us blokes do. And we all know June is Pride, but it is also mental health, Men's Mental Health Month. Sorry, hay fever is kicking my ass. But it doesn't mean you don't deal with it still. There is hope and help out there. And as I have said before, talking up is one of the bravest things you can do, and asking for help is still one of the bravest and hardest things that you'll do. So it does make you a hell of a lot stronger when you do it. But if you're out there struggling right now, you probably don't want to hear and don't want to talk up. You probably don't want to hear that because it makes you think you're weak. You're not weak. It's just not, you're just not ready. And when you are ready to accept that help and to ask for it, it is there. And there are people out there that will support you and that will stand by your side through everything you're going through. And just because you go through these things doesn't put a stain on your life. I suffer with anxiety and depression, have done for many years. It has been difficult to date throughout this. But I've recently met a girl who actually, and a man, I have met people that accept you for who you are. It's difficult to talk about the times that made you feel vulnerable and weak. But it doesn't mean you're any less of a person. It doesn't make you any less of a person. But spotting the signs in yourself is a lot easier than waiting for someone to spot them on you. Your friends, your family, they all have obligations to care about you and spot the differences. But when you're masking so heavily, like I used to, it makes it impossible for them to spot it until you start speaking about it. As I say, as a friend and a family member, it's the best you can do is be there for them and to keep asking if they're okay and to make checking in with them. Notice for signs of withdrawal. Notice for strange and erratic behaviour. Personality changes. As I say, there's not a clear list, but those are three of the main ones that do come out when people are struggling. But obviously personality changes is a wide range of things. And people do change. People do change. Sometimes for the better. But you'll notice that these personality changes aren't usually for the better. They're usually reckless, they're usually erratic. It shows a sense of giving up and a sense of not caring anymore. That was what it was for me anyway. Spot the signs in yourself, but also spotting the signs in your friends and family. Keeping an eye on each other, making sure you're showing them love, making sure they know that you're there. And if you're not ready to talk up, that's okay. But when you are, there is support. Don't let this destroy you. I hope you're having a great day and a great mental health day. And I'll speak to you guys soon.